definitions. So when your child is seized illegally by these monsters, I want you to understand some definitions that do not mean what the general population understand them to be, or even the dictionary. Okay? So your first one is risk. They're calling you a risk. Right? Risk of what? Harm? Well, what determines that? The child is not safe. Okay, this is how they manipulate the terms. Safety. So let me explain that safety itself is equal to services, okay? Plus the social worker's discretion. Okay? Or smile. So you're only safe if you do services, make the social worker smile, and give you the okay to the court of no longer being a risk to harm your child. And what establishes your risk factor? So what they've done, it's a foundation-less algorithm, and this is where also they've manipulated the terminology to our president, the real one, the before, the after one. Okay, something called evidence-based. So when you hear evidence-based, what do you think? I think when I hear that there's evidence. So you take me into court and there's evidence that I hurt my kid. Or there's evidence they're about to be hurt. I committed a crime. Right? No. Evidence-based means the statistical value. This is complex. Statistical value which is based on factors. Factors are the pieces. Race, socioeconomic status, okay, your age, former abuse to you and in your family, and a large factor is if they've been called and they've seen you before. So all these, and if they've been in your house before, times it by 2. Your risk level, okay? Usually it's the second and third time. They have no problem seizing the child because the factor is so high, they don't need evidence anymore of any sort to justify the seizure. So, how is this possible? Because they have psychologists and psychiatrists, in my opinion, which is a quasi-science. It's not even factual. And they should not use it until they can map the human brain neurotransmitters that are affected during certain events. Until that, psychology is quasi-science. So, quasi-science with a foundation-less statistical value because it always goes on the prior year. So the value is based on the stats of all these people that were in their courts the year before found guilty. Not guilty. Okay, mind you, it's not even a guilty charge. I don't even know how to call it anything. It's you are a risk factor to your child. But you're not found guilty because there's no crime. Because it's not a criminal court. They say it's civil in nature, but it's criminal in punishment. It's the death penalty and punishment if you want to go there. But anyways, so please understand when they're telling you certain things in this court and it's not making sense, this is why. Because you're at risk because of your race, your status, your age, etc. All those things they say are wrong. And that's all the people that were misjudged the year before being how high your factor is. So yeah, it's a nonstop. But it's also, if you understand math at all, it's foundationless because there's got to be a year that there was none, right? So that's where we are.